Welcome to the Lusitani campaign for divinity Et Impera 1.3. In the last part, we pushed out and took Ribract out here and effectively wiped out the Averni. Now, our next target is going to be the Pictones here so that we can continue pushing north, because if we talk strategically, the job is going to be to push out this way, take this corner of goal first, because what that will do is allow us to prepare a base that can allow us to possibly to push down on Rome, and more importantly, if we turn to blue, is to push up and take Britannia. Because if we can take Britannia, we can effectively get a closing door effect. If you imagine, or we'll do it on Massilla, what we can do is sweep round like that, but at the same time we've got a little bit of a problem down in the south. But you can see Carthage is being squeezed considerably down here, so eventually we are going to need to switch our attention back to Carthage here, because we can't afford to let the Romans get into this area here in Iberia. We need to be able to take that to consolidate our holdings, because these settlements in Iberia are causing problems with our economy in this area. So we're going to need to keep an eye on the Romans, and for that reason, what I did find down here is we've got 3 Roman armies operating here, and they're pretty powerful actually. So what I'm going to do, I was going to bring my veteran back that way, but what we're going to do is bring this veteran back over here. So once the Romans start to get to, say, Siga here, or even Tingus, we're going to need to bring our armies south to be able to take on Carthage. But at the same time, Carthage is going to be a bit of a tough opposition, so we've got to be a little bit careful from that perspective. But at the moment, we're just going to keep pushing up this way. But the first things we need to do is get down here and see how much Pictones have rebuilt their armies. I don't think they've actually. They might have something down here. This army's. I think what we'll probably do is spend. It's autumn now, so we're gonna have to probably leave it until the spring before we can fight again, because these armies need to be up to full strength before we move forward. And we've got a bit of cash, so that there is you could argue that we could rebuild one of the armies over here, but we could probably take up that army so that we can get, what can you recruit here? Let's have a quick look. We got a couple of good units here. We could do some cav. We only got the light cavalry here. Probably do with some slightly heavier cavalry, but I think I've already got rid of all the. You don't have any recruitment. I think we can recruit here, can't we? We don't have the cav recruitment. Is a little bit of a mistake. We just see. Oh, you've got cav recruitment here, so we could recruit some cav here, and this army could come down and pass off to this army here. I think what we will do is just to keep these guys looking intimidating. They need some slingers. And what's the yeah, the public order is still not brilliant here. So just a quick look at tones. Technically we've got.
Are you brave or foolish, or just mad? Well, speak. I will listen before I turn you inside out.
We've got to have at least one more turn. So we're gonna have to wait for, definitely have to wait for the winter. So we'll just have to put. Pyrokinesis. What is the public order? We've got to try and improve this public order a little bit. And we can't keep on just pushing up with respect to this. Otherwise, my armies are just going to need to. Ideally, we need Massila here because I've got all these part provinces. Gadir down here. We've got what we got here. What are we getting any influence? Culture-wise, we are winning slowly but surely. I'm wondering. I think we'll just bring you over here, and then what are you? And if we can improve the cultural conversion here, it's kind of 50-50 at the moment. And cultural influence is 6 against 18. Yeah, so we're not going to get it as high as I'd like it, because the thing about cultural influence, if you're not sure how it works, is that you can't get this to 100% because there's 6% influence. So what we've got is, so if you add on the cultural influence, there is 8. Well, the influence is 30 against 6. So the overall cultural influence is 36. So we could probably get this to about 80%, just around 80%, and then what will happen is it will level off until such time as we take this settlement here. And that's because that's effectively the way it actually works. Like this one here, Numantia, you'll probably find, yeah, I mean, we're still gaining with respect to the Punic. But as you can see, this one is 12 against 16. This is where you can get caught out with cultural influence, because you can see the Carthage has got a higher cultural influence. Then what will happen is this will come into about equilibrium of just short of 50%. So they're going to keep dropping, and then it will stabilize. So, but until we get another one of these settlements, we're not going to get the complete cultural control in this area. We've got a ship out here as well. Where's my navy gone? Can't find him. Navy. There you are. You're down here. We know Rome is here. Just gonna, yeah, come out and see who's got. It looks like these guys are Irene here. See what the diplomatic situation here. They're actually allied with, you're at war with Egypt. I don't think I really want a trade deal with them. Now we've got an agent operating down here. I don't know, did we get a trade deal with Athens? We didn't. Okay. Bit of a fail
we
there.
Are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish, and we will give you an honest answer. I can settle on these terms
we've got
in sure knowledge that I have.
So we've got a trade deal with Athens. They're not at war with anyone for once. Quite rare for Athens. It's like Athens has actually pushed out and taken Larissa. Who are you? We got these guys here. You're at war with the Daisai and the Getae. I think these are landlocked, so we can get a trade deal with these.
We will speak together.
They don't like us. Okay.
I am sure.
I think the other thing I would like to do, I wonder if we could get Massila from Rome. Oops, no, diplomacy I want. We've still got this wave here. I think we try and get Rome on our side. Sooner or later we're going to need to confront them, especially once Rome has beaten Carthage. Got 21,000 at the moment. I'm still kind of looking at... Oh, one thing I haven't done, I don't think, is up here. I'm going to go straight for a temple here. We need to do that conversion here. You can see our culture here is 0. We're going to need to build that up quite quickly. I think that's all we can do this turn, so we're just going to go for a quick end turn. Okay, political intrigue, technology research penalty. Well, that offsets the one we got. War declared between Cyrene and Rome. Well, that's up to them. Of course, we're in winter now. I think we are going to recruit some cavalry here. What we got here? Armor. I think this guy's a little bit too expensive to... In fact, I think what we will do is... We've got Massilian hoplites here. Armor. Wow. These could be quite nice. They're quite strong in defense, but they don't have forward deployment. I think we're... Yeah, a couple of these. I think what I'll do is I'll build this army up with the cavalry and the other bits and pieces, and then what we'll do is we'll swap them round, these armies round, so that they can put you in patrol. Yeah, I think that will work. I just feel that I need an army down here because Carthage keeps kind of coming over and taking a look at us. And it is actually Carthage at war with. They're just at war with Rome. So I think if we go to war with Carthage, yeah, I think what I'd like is to get the final region here. And then maybe we will come south and go to war with Carthage and just leave these armies up here and come down and kind of give these guys a little bit of a seeing to. I suppose we could drop that in as well. Try and get a bit more cash going.
Warriors all!
I think we'll get... We got here bear warriors. I really like these guys for kind of a rush in a type attack. It's a little bit difficult. 150. These good troops are... We've got light. What we got here. Got these guys. Lusitani veteran warriors here. We'll get a couple of these. And some medium spearmen here. Got Lusitani armored spearmen here. These have got 30 and these have got 25. I think we'll just get a couple of these in here. I just want these to look intimidating in case the Carthage gets big ideas. I think that's it. Where it goes. I know I'm kind of spending money on troops, but I just feel I don't have much choice really, because life is going to get a little bit more exciting here. Tarraconesus, we just got this horrendous. Mind you, it is winter, which means yeah, we got -3 public order. It's going to push the growth up. I think we're going to go that. We're just going to have to use the armies to keep peace. And then I think what we'll probably need to do is put a temple in here to get the... Because at the moment, as far as I can tell, the only way you can manage public order is by building temples. And I think that's all we can do this turn. So we'll just go for an end turn. Man brought before you seems accused of killing a carpet. We're going to give sanctuary because I think it's imminent in. That's okay. We can deal with that. Right, the Rome and the Lugai are at war. We've got this lot here. And now what's happened down here is Rome has now got out to here. Which means we really need to get our down here. I think we just got to finish off up here. And then we're got to bring our armies south.
Ready for orders.
Okay.
For the tribe.
I am the knife in the dark.
Right, we're gonna have to go for it, guys. We've got no friends. Diplomacy.
Are you brave or foolish or just mad? Well, a
Oops.
storm is coming. Your people will have never seen the like. Run for
We're gonna
cover.
do some
Messing.
sabotage.
It is done.
Right, so we've now kind of weakened down this army.
Warriors.
Yeah, gonna come up to here. Gonna go in full force. We need a full shocking all for this.
Further orders. For battle.
And,
Laying siege to their hovels.
oops, this army's not full strength, but that's okay. The auto resolve on this 64%. Oops. Oh, I pressed that by mistake. Apologies for that. Oh, wow.
For the tribe.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake there.
For the tribe.
Right. So what we got here?
Ready for orders.
Right. What we're going to need to do is this army is we've got recruitment. We got why have we got two sets of barracks here? Oh, because we've just taken Lebanon. Nemesis here. I think we'll knock you down. We've got actually no, we'll knock you down. What we got here? We got a guard's hut. We convert this to healer. I think I'd like to have that as a healer. Mess that up completely. I'd like to leave this so that we can recruit the cavalry. We'll knock you down. And we'll take you up from that point of view, I think. And yeah, that was a complete mess up. I know I was about to say that I was going to go for the auto resolve, but then I thought, no, I'll fight it. But by then I clicked the button, so we've got wrecked armies.
Thirsty for battle.
But I think if we can get this army is going to need to stay here for the moment. Dance patrol.
Bleed, you can moan.
You've deployed. Okay.
What do you wish of me?
Right, we've got a bit of a mess. All right, we've got this army here. I'm a bit worried about these guys kind of lurking around. Don't they? Right, we're going to try and need to make a little bit of peace with these guys now.
Are you brave or
Non-aggression.
foolish,
No,
or
okay.
just
Just going to move you into the city here for the moment, just to make sure these guys don't kind of come in and give me a bit of a problem. You got to come back this way. You need to recruit You can't recruit anything because it's all a bit of a basket case here. We got here. I'm really annoyed with myself over that auto resolve. Now it's now weakened my armies down a bit. Keep building this army up. Oh yeah, we'll take the replenishment. We've got a little bit of cash. These guys are going to take a little bit of pressure. That's okay. We can sort that out.
Thirsty for battle.
Right, we're going to have to try and do this with this army down here. So we have to keep strengthening
Good fighters.
this army a bit. Oops, no. Okay. We need you to recruit some cavalry. You've actually got cavalry here. We're going to get a second cavalry unit here.
Ready to do your duty.
And then you can come down and bring this army up to strength.
Ready for orders.
While these armies are refurbishing. In fact, we'll probably have to leave
For the tribe.
one of this army up here. In fact, we'll sort it out. Yeah. We've got to come back and deal with Carthage. There's no point pretending that the Romans are too close, and we don't want Romans down here, whether we like it or not.
Ready for battle.
Okay. Be nice to take that and push down and take this settlement first, and then squeeze Carthage that way. What's that? That would give us a nice boost to trade, but again, it's the public order that's the problem. I think we're just going to hang on to the money because we're going to need a war chest. So we come here. That. We'll counter the rumours. We got the money. Legion exposed. Rebellion in backed. Yep. But the army's hanging around to get new political appointment. Okay, increase the rank. What we got here? Insult to Carthage. That's okay. Carthage isn't going to like us, but that's the way it is. I think what we'll do is bring this action leader down here. These guys can't refurbish. Is a little bit annoying, but I think we'll bring you through.
Move out. Ready for further orders. Warriors all.
We've got plenty of cavalry we need here. I think we're going to need the heavier units to fight Carthage. So I think we're getting one of those. I think this light infantry really needs to be merged up because they're the Northern Axemen. They're nice units, but I don't know. Maybe they're good enough. This guy, year 914. These guys, I don't think we could pass. I can't do it. Okay, we could pass off the Northern Axemen to one of the army down here.
For the tribe.
big mistake. We'll leave that army there. I need my agents.
What would you have of me?
I want you coming down here. Actually, no, we could do it with the actual, what we call it.
The shadows
Right.
are friends.
So,
I can't go.
so yeah, we're going to go into a little bit of a maneuver phase now.
Thirsty for battle.
Oh. I think we need a little bit more defense. We've got armored spearmen, got Lusitani veteran warriors. We're going to get a couple more armored spearmen as well. Can you pick up some cavalry? We've got some Gallic armor. Be nice to pick up some of these, but I think for the moment, if we pick up one of those and one of those, we can exchange cavalry here, which means this army doesn't need to come up to here. This area here is going to have a bit of a problem. What I'm going to have to do is leave this guy. What we got here? This is only quite light cavalry, so right, what we're going to do is leave one army here that eventually should be able to refurbish. In fact, I think for the moment we're... Can you get into here and see if you can refurbish a little bit? And yep, I think that will work. Let me just work those guys up. See if you can recruit anything here. Yeah, you can recruit a full replacement for that. You know, yep. I've got it sorted out. It took a little while, but I've got it sorted out. Right, we got a whole load of got this guy here. That cultural conversion, we need to push that hard. Try and get the Empire maintenance going. Chance of evading enemy agents. Upkeep for all. I think we need that as well. Right, this army. You've got your commander. What we're going to need here is public order and everything else. Cultural conversion, I certainly don't want that. Come down and get that going. And we got some traditions. Melee offensive battles. I think we'll focus a little bit more on defense here. Campaign movement range, yes, certainly want that. That siege defense would be quite useful as well. I think we've got an edict as well, haven't we? I think that's what the game was telling me. Oh, what do we want here? We can only put food in. We'll go for that enclosed area. What was the... Oh no, we didn't have an edict. That was just me being delusional. Oh, I still didn't move my agent and ship. Research complete. Got copulation furnace. I've got no idea what that is. Hidden agent exposed. Hidden agent exposed. Hidden agent exposed. Subject guy gains notoriety. Okay, we'll do this first. A woman in your family stands accused of witchcraft. A recent arrival marked the state of a terrible drought. We'll take her away, I think. We've got... Let me just see what we've got family-wise here. You really need we can go to Rome. I think we can. Yeah, I mean, this guy's a xenophobe. So yeah, we're gonna just have to keep an eye on things. Can't remember what we just got. I think I'm pushing. Got this here, so we got +2 loyalty for all political parties. I think that cultural conversion would be quite nice. I think that general public order would be nice as well. I think we'll go with that. We just got to keep pushing out, try and get the public order going. Right, you're in there. I keep forgetting to move my navy. Come up here and see if we can make friends with Egypt. Although we have to be a little bit careful. Egypt tends to be at war with everybody. No, we can't really trade with Egypt because that will upset the Romans, and so we'll keep sending this agent out. I think what we're going to do now is just send our agent up around that way. I think I need my agent back now. Thracians are at war with nobody, so
Greetings to you. I trust you come with honorable words that I can hear kindly.
whoops. We'll try and push it a little bit more. About 3,000, I think that would be it.
You have
Right, that's opened up trade with. We've now found Galatia, but I don't think can we trade with Galatia.
greetings to you. I trust you
yeah,
come with
okay.
honorable words that I can hear kindly.
They're actually at war with Carthage. That's good. We get just
I can sense that my gods smile on us, and
anybody else? Can't trade. Don't want to trade with Carthage. I mean, I'm not. These guys are probably getting unhappier and unhappier. The political actions, yeah, okay. Right, this army's refurbishing. We're going to bring. This army is. Let's have a look at the. You've got light cavalry. You've got light cavalry as well. We got Visconti cavalry there. I think we're gonna offload some of this light infantry. So you can you travel? You can travel a long way. Okay. You back into here. Let's just have a look. These have got armor of 11. These have actually got better armor. Got a lot of. So if you come down to here, and what we'll do is I want you, and I'm gonna trade. Where is it? The Axeman and these, I think. What that does is give us some hoplites to help fight Carthage. And you're going to come this way. And that just leaves you with the light infantry and the axemen to going to try and keep this under control. Wow. How come we've got plus? Oh, because we've got our.
Thirsty for battle.
Wait, it's 26 now.
When your feet bleed,
30.
you can
Yeah,
mount.
that would give a nice boost to this area. you
Warriors all.
you
Stragglers will
go
be
into
left
patrol
behind.
here. That keeps this area fairly stable. Right, we've got. Yeah, my instinct is to take this up for 9 turns. We've got so much else being built in this area. I just don't really have the feeling for it. We've got this here. This would be nice as well. But that's going to give us even more public order issues. Bactria. That's not really worth it. Lusitani. Again, these guys are going up with you now. Buildings and squalor, yep. We'll just have to keep an eye on here. Gets too low, we'll just have to come back because we're lose our income bonuses. That's the problem.
For the tribe.
Right, okay.
Fight with us. It's a good life.
Get a couple of light cavalry into this army, and we've got slingers, Gallic medium infantry. I think we needed some assault troops now. Who's the better? You've got 15. You've got Northern Axemen, Austerian Axemen. I think we'll get a couple of Northern Axemen in here as well. I mean, truthfully, what I probably need is 3 armies to take on Carthage, because we're going to need to hack our way through. I mean, what we really need to do is take down these armies here, which is going to be a bit of a challenge, but there's not much we can do about it, so we're just going to... I'm just going to go for another end turn. Okay, we've got an increase in rank. Our War Maiden has been wounded, has returned empty-handed. Oh, nice. So we've now got the Scythian migration. Rebellion in Gallia again. Witchcraft, good omen. So we've got +4 public order. Wow, at last we got... Right. So we got war in the north, but... You come that way. Do the agents and navies first. I think you've got movement points, haven't you? Yep. Got through there.
I am the
And
knife.
actually, we'll push you through there. So this area is fairly settled.
Ready for orders. Getting on our
This army moving south. Sells a little bit of a bonus here. Right, you're nearly up to strength.
for the tribe.
You can have 1 more unit. We got some cavalry, we got some axemen, and we got some pretty heavy infantry as well. I think we're chucking some bear warriors in here as well. So that gives us 2 full strength armies. Now, Carthage is pushed out this way. They've got 1 army sat here. So we're developing the possibility of an opportunity here to go to war with Carthage, but ideally I'd like to know how much there. I think their main 2 armies are here. Now, in some ways it'd be great if they kind of went over here and got a bit busted up by the Romans, but it's all going to be a little bit tricky. This army... I think we can just leave you there. Yeah, you've got the potential for rebellion. Just go through Tarraconensis. Aquitania is rapidly turning into our cash cow, although it's got a few problems. Barbanesis is good, but it's still the army that's holding it together. You're good. Lusitania. Spania. Yeah. See what is the Barbarian culture 8. Yeah, we're going to go down the usual route. We just got to get that cultural conversion going. See what it is now. Yeah, the old empire maintenance is rising as well. And I'm just going to, I think I've got time for one more end turn. So here we go. Okay, we've got some skill.
How can I assist you?
That reduction in public order is a bit of a pain as well. Upkeep for armies. What we've got here. I love that empire maintenance, but if he's reducing public order, I think we're trying to push out some of that. We don't need the food, but we can get the growth going. Got here. Oh, take that. That should keep that strong.
A merry meeting.
View.
How can I help?
I think the empire maintenance should help. Because we're going to need that as we grow. And I think that is about it. So what we'll do is shoot one more end turn, and then that will be it. Skills. Oh. Shield Maiden here. What we got here? Certainly don't want that. Certainly want the campaign movement range. Income raiding from the parent army. What else have we got here? I think that could be useful because we're going to have to siege a city when we fight Carthage. In fact, I think we're to top level with that. I mean, that reduces our attritional losses. And we'll just in turn. Yeah, we got rebellion. In fact, I've just remembered I've done something. Increase in rank druid 5. One thing we could do here. Oh, I've already untaxed it. I haven't. We got no income, so I do that. Right, we've now got a shrine over here. That's gonna make a difference. Get a little bit more of the. You're now refurbishing. Get you down to about here. We've got 2 full stack armies here. Draco has got a full garrison, and Carthage has brought his 2 armies back over here again. It's a pain in the neck. You wait. Right, Carthage has got. We need to know what's going on in there. We've got here Taraco, and we don't need to put these guys in patrol. We don't know how strong these armies are. Mars is 17. This region is 17.
Ready for battle.
You've got no recruitment here, Mantia.
Ready for orders.
I really need this army to get a little bit more strength, reinforce our other armies. So get some units in here. Again, these are going to be our kind of cheap shock troops, I think. Because and what we're going to need to do in the next part is wait for an opportunity to kind of go barreling in there. Got promotion. Certainly want that. Oh, well, we've got this is just giving us +2. Give us +1. Empire maintenance would be nice. Cultural conversion, we don't really need that. What we've got here, loyalty to political ruling this region when deployed. Zeal base. Who actually this region? Is the Council of Chieftains. How bad are you, the Council of Chieftains? Wow, these guys are getting really bad. We could go these guys. That will give a little bit of a boost. I think maybe we will just go with that. What was it now? And we've got one more. That's evading it. We put the pump in the cultural conversion as well. Oops. That's zeal based. Because we still need to get the cultural conversion even higher here. That gives us 21 against 7. So that should just keep pushing this up a little bit. You're deployed, that's good. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. In the next part, we're going to need to be a bit opportunist to kind of come in and try and push Carthage out of Iberia. I think we've got to do that before we push further north, because we need the extra control of these provinces to kind of try and stabilize them a little bit. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.